10, 9, 8, 7. Happy New Year, right? I mean, isn't that what
So
just
you
happened?
got from 7 to
7 to
I
yeah.
didn't
Happy
want to
New
do the
Year.
whole 10. I figured you guys would be like, "What the hell is he?"
should have started off at 5. Honestly.
Happy. Well, Happy New Year.
I don't know. I felt like I was kind of standing in New York again. No.
Yeah.
I wish. Have you ever been to the ball drop in New York?
Are you kidding me? I wouldn't go 100 feet to that place.
You gotta be careful when you say ball drop around Rock.
Oh my God!
Rock's he's not about life experiences. He's just like hell.
Oh no, I've been. We'll talk some life experiences, but I'm not going to the ball drop. Sorry.
Look at all these
they
fantastic
have biodegradable confetti there, which is really cool, and people hand throw it out, which I think is so neat.
That's better.
So ACB, G Marie, Gok, Flavia, G Marie.
Hi, friends.
Again, 2 times. Mo, Juju.
Lovely people. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I forgot we haven't been live since this couple of weeks have been crazy. It's nuts. Yeah. In a good way.
It has been nuts, yeah. I got to say I don't really care for the holidays falling, specifically Christmas and New Year's falling in the middle of the week like that. That it just throws everything off. Especially for people, that do have to work like on the day before Christmas Eve, or even maybe like a half day on Christmas Eve and then the day after Christmas, and it's like whack. I don't like it.
Yeah. I'm kind of used to it. I don't work any day, so it just
easy. Rock must be nice.
I wish they'd push Thanksgiving back a little bit to like September. Give us a little breather in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I know we can't do that.
It's called
it's a holiday.
Then you'd have Halloween after Thanksgiving. That would be weird.
Yeah.
And then Dondo would be
just
in January.
I was just gonna say, just be like Dondo and celebrate it for 11 and a half months out of the year. You'll be
he went into my show right after Christmas and tipped me $1 and said 360 something days till Christmas. I was like, bro.
Sounds about right.
Come on, man.
We got a cool guest on tonight. I'm actually excited about this. Not that I'm not every week, but
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there.
You like that? Yeah. I'll be here all week.
It's gonna be a fun show tonight. We got us a nice little pop in from another previous guest. We're gonna be talking about some cool stuff tonight, so we'll bring that in. But before we get going, what's been going on with the post holidays and New Year? You guys are up to a lot. What's up? What have you guys been doing?
Custom for a show that we're going to talk about in a bit.
Yeah.
And work and
painting Maya's competition shoes.
Yeah, it's about to be competition season for Maya. So
snap.
Getting ready for all that.
Yep. Perfecting a little hat and her shoes. I airbrushed some shoes for the first time. That was exciting. Yeah.
What about you, Rock? Is it competition season?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I'm just got my dress done and working on the wig, but
nice.
But yeah, it was been nice because now Lexi's mom lives here now, so I get to see her more when it's not even my time. So,
nice.
Plus she's 21 this next year, so it's gonna be this year actually.
She's still got another year left in college, right?
She's got about 5 years. She's going to grad school, undergrad, all that craziness.
That's crazy.
You gonna take her to the Vegas Strip, Rock?
We are. We're getting her a suite. What's for her friends are gonna fly in from Florida. And then I've been teaching her how to play blackjack, so she's gonna go out and gamble and have fun.
Nice.
But yeah, she just went back. It's like the holidays. I got the kid friendly. I saw all the kids this Christmas and New Year's. It was crazy good.
Cool. Well, everybody's been busy. Lots of things happening. It's going to be.
What about you, Ditto? What have you been doing?
I built a Lego set on New Year's Eve. It was exciting. No, I got some stuff in the works. We'll talk about that later. It's been what do they call that? Nose to the grindstone, digging in, getting stuff going. No, it's frankly, unfortunately, because of the full-time job, it's been a little stressful and a lot of craziness. So I've been immersed in work since the new year. So.
Yeah, that damn 9 to 5 kills you.
Oh, it's more than 9 to 5 when you own your own company.
Well, yeah.
Well, I think without further ado, let's bring on this amazing guest we have today. I guess I learned about this individual from, I think, either Rock or Ian B. I've gotten to know him a little bit over the past couple of months. So he's a cool ass dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Rock, E, you guys want to intro him and talk about how maybe you stumbled upon
Mr. I trying to remember how I actually came to like the very, very, very first time kind of thing, but he's just such a cool, nice guy. I finally got to meet him at DCon. His figures are insane. His sculpting is just insane. And
I believe, I was about to say, I believe he hopped in our show DT4 one time, and then he sent a message, and then we started chatting and stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys are, some of you guys know this individual. It's probably why you're in the room. If you're watching this back on demand and you don't know, you're gonna get to know. He's also got a very talented family in general. He's also has a son who's in the Creatives trading card project. So without further ado, let's bring him on, Mr. Nervous Wreck. What's up, buddy?
What's up, going, everyone? What's up?
Good, man.
What's up, man?
Hey, Keith, calm it down a little bit. I know you're excited. Just relax. Be good, you know.
Oh, man.
Just got out of hair and makeup. I know I was talking to him earlier. He's got his makeup done, and he was all excited in the green room back there, drinking it up.
Yeah. We called each other for the hoodie gang today.
Yeah, I was gonna say I missed the hoodie memo. Dang it.
Yeah. Well, we'll spend that.
Got the window open a little bit.
So I Nervous, you've been coming in around the DT4 shows as of late. You've been in a lot of our whatnots. You've been doing whatnot, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But we got to all recently meet you in person for the first time at DCon just a month and a half or so ago, and man, was that an honor. First off, your booth, yours and your son's booth, unbelievably cool. Your artwork is, I mean, just awe-inspiring. It's literally one of those types of just where you look at it and you're like, how the hell? It's unbelievable.
Well, and then you look at it and there's like 6 of that character. I'm like, what the heck? Like, slow down.
Yeah. Oh, thank you guys. That means a lot. Really appreciate it.
So we're going to show off a lot of your art, but I think we always like to kind of start from the very beginning. So my first question is, where did you come up with the name Nervous Wreck?
I think it started when I started doing the toys, which was like 2006, 2007. I used to tag back when I was before like preteens and stuff, and I always kind of just hopped around with names. And that one just kind of stuck. I like the way those letters kind of worked, and it was just Nervous then, and then just it kind of gravitated into Nervous Wreck, just kind of feeding into like social anxiety and just kind of feeling a little bit awkward and stuff. It kind of fit, I liked it. So that's kind of the way I used it. Like it does kind of explain like or describe myself.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of your work also revolves around
I was going to say that
as well. So it makes sense.
It does. Like all that stuff, it kind of bleeds over. I don't like it to, but sometimes it just it kind of sounds cheesy, but like be vulnerable, kind of.
Yeah, I think it's done very well though. It's not like straight up in your face, but every piece that you do has a meaning behind it, and which is what we chatted about during at DCon. You pointed out the piece, and I'm like, oh, that's dope, and you're like, oh yeah, this one, and then you'll explain the meaning behind it, So
yeah,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry to cut you off. I was just gonna say like they do like a lot of them, and even if it's not like personal stuff, it's a lot of like I like conspiracy theories and just like far and like just real far out there theories, and kind of like I like aliens and all that stuff. So like I bring all that into it and kind of tie it in. It's like with a little bit of personal stuff, but like usually try to just kind of keep it like not even social commentaries. It's just more like it's kind of like a thought at that point in time, and it's just captured kind of like a picture, but it's like a figure, and I'll just keep using that figure and just kind of tweak it, and kind of play with it. It's not really that. Try not to like have it like be like that deep. It's not really playful, but because it does mean a lot to me. But
I
like
think it.
very
I think it.
loose.
Yeah, it almost has like you could make it your own meaning when you look at it. You know what I mean? It could be cheerful. It could be shy. It could be sad. You know what I mean? Like there's a scared. I mean, there's so many different.
We talked about this a little bit in depth at Decon. And I mean, I told you what it kind of resonated with me. It spoke to like almost the inner child. You had kind of the monster suit that was like almost a protective layer. And that could, be so many different kinds of meanings. But it just, every kid is vulnerable. Every, kid is scared. We all have that inner child inside of us. And when I look at your art, especially with those, the children's and the monster suits, I mean, that's what it says to me. It screams that. It's just like inner child, protective, kind of always keeping everything, maybe inside, that's what it said to me. So I know it has meaning to everybody, but I thought it was really, really cool.
That's nice learning that, hearing that it kind of it stays open ended. That way, it could be to whatever, to anyone.
Yeah, and that was my only the only thing negative part about Decon for me was I didn't get to do my normal go around and sit and chat with everybody. It was so crazy.
It was.
So that was my only disappointment. I couldn't get around and see everyone, but
I think even there, as just for fun, it was still hard to talk to people, honestly.
Yeah. There was a lot to take in at that con, but it's well worth it. We've talked about that post Decon. Had you ever done Decon before? Or was that your first one?
No, that was probably what, 1, 2. It's probably my third or fourth Decon.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So, and the first time that I did Decon, it was shoot, I'm real bad with dates, and I was trying to get all my dates, like set and they, kind of laid out for like this exact reason. It's like, oh man, I'm sorry.
Man, but we're all bad with dates. Don't worry about it.
100%.
Yeah. So basically, I started it
a long time. Like you've been a pro at this for a long time.
Well, I don't know about pro. I mean, I know what I like to do, and it's kind of like a double-edged sword too, because like I keep doing the same thing and I feel to myself, I'm like, man, like I'm just this one trick pony. I keep doing the same thing. It's like, 15 plus years, like, still doing like the monsters with the suits and, the mechanics on the back. But no, it's taken a long time to get there to that. Like, I just, started painting, like pop culture and stuff like that, anything like that. And it just kind of all like that got a little bit boring, and I'm like, man, like I kind of wanted to just kind of keep exploring. And I met somebody out here. He was very talented. He used to go by F Plus. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of him, but he doesn't do customs or designer toys anymore, but he used to. And he was in the scene for like quite a while, but he's the one that actually told me that you could cut into like the monies and use Super Sculpey. He had told me about Super Sculpey. I had never used it, and he did tell me about it. And then I tried it, and I was just kind of like amazed, like, man, this is plastic. Like you can't put it in your oven. And I know it probably wasn't even safe, but it was in the house oven, in the kitchen oven, and tried it. And then from that, it just started like kind of doing like the mouths and with the teeth, and then it just kind of evolved into that. And then from doing those monsters, I started doing like my own creatures. Like I started like getting a little bit of traction selling, but a lot of it was having to like post stuff and send pictures to blogs and like pay in sites, and and this was like, I think it was like almost like it was just like Facebook. And then from Facebook, I wasn't even on Instagram yet, and then I got into that. But it's just kind of kept seeing a lot of a lot of people come and go, and
you put in your 10,000 hours for sure. I mean, it shows in your work, and I mean that in a good way, because anybody who's ever followed like Michael Jordan, it's that you got to put in that 10,000 hours to kind of be really, really good at something, whether it be a sport or anything. And you can just tell. I mean, the craftsmanship that you have is unbelievably cool. I mean, here's he's going to show you some of this here on the on IG. Unbelievably cool.
So talk a little bit, like when you talk about craftsmanship and stuff. I'm trying to figure out how you duplicate these so well. Do you cast them first and then add on your sculpting, or is it all like, how do you do it to make multiples of these?
Oh,
did we lose them?
Nervous, can you hear us?
Oh, okay. Now I could hear you.
Okay,
yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Rock asked the question again.
So I'm wondering, since you like do multiples of one figure, do you sculpt on top of a mold? Do you mold it first and then sculpt on it, or is it all like, what's your process?
Oh, like for instance, that one, the two little kids that are sitting down, like that. It is actually, it's resin, but the teeth, the hair, and the helmet, it's sculpted on. So the face and then the body, it's a two-part mold. It's like the head and then the arms, and that comes off. That's one piece, and then the legs and the torso is another piece. So like that one there, I just sculpted one, and then I casted it, and so I'll pull multiples, and those I'll add like the hair and stuff. But usually the majority of everything that I do is one off. I'll start with like a ball of foil. Wow. and armature. But crazy. Like for instance, like the drones I did for Decon, I did do maybe like about 8 of them, and I did sculpt over those. But I used to, that's how I started, like, customizing monies. And then I just didn't really think it was smart to keep spending, $25-30 for a money, and then
tear it apart.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just, I'm like, man, like I could rather buy like a $10 roll of foil and use that, But
how long does it take to make something like this, like what you're showing on the screen? Because these are, I mean, I'm assuming they're about the same size as my figure. You're talking maybe a 4-inch figure or something like that.
That one there's about 4-5 inches. Those would probably take, I mean, I've never really timed myself or kind of have like a general idea about like how many hours, but I think maybe like I could do one of those in like 2 days.
Okay. Wow.
2-3 days from start to finish.
Yeah. Now, how is your work process? Do you work on, a lot of people work differently. So do you just make one figure and stick with it till it's done? Or do you start to kind of create a bunch of different figures and kind of just keep going back, and forth? I mean, how's that work process look?
It's very all over the place. Like I'll start one figure and, then I'll kind of start something else. And then, cause I'm usually a procrastinator too, and I leave stuff till the end. So I'm always like working.
Oh, that one's so sick.
I'll love this one.
I'll do 4 or 5 different pieces that I got, and like one I'm like working. I got it, I got like maybe another week, 2 weeks to, finish it, and then like I'll do that, and then I'll kind of, but I got to start this one, and then I'll start that one. But I usually never really tend to like. I'll usually start maybe like multiple things, and just jump from one to the other, because I found that out, like. If you stay on one and like it's not coming out how you want it, like it's kind of always best to like step bust, jump to something else,
break up the monotony a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, and then you come back to it, and it's like it's like what the hell was the problem? Like it just kind of works out.
You're seeing it with different eyes.
Yeah. So like
that piece started as a drone, right?
That's actually about like an 8-inch, 9-inch piece.
Oh wow!
So that's a big drone made. I shaped it out with foil.
Yeah, I got to hold this one. One of the, I think you had this one at Decon, right?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
So one of the cool things that you mentioned, I mean, was that you tend to keep just a bunch of like knickknacks around the house, like electronic pieces and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I'm the same way. I don't throw stuff away. Like I'll find a use for it
Drives
eventually.
me nuts.
But you'll have like I just saw one of the pieces. I think it was maybe this one, and you have like these little computer parts, you know, or it's just really cool that you repurpose those little things that you would usually just throw away to put into your art.
Yeah, I keep those. I got like about 3-4 boxes of just like electronics, and I used to have more, like a lot more, but you know, usually before when I was like started and using like the electronics, I used to work at a tire shop, and there was a homeless guy that he used to always stop by every morning and sweep up the parking lot, and kind of, you know, they give him like a few bucks, and he would always, you know, I don't know how I started. I had one and I showed him, and he, you know, I had like a few radios, and he's like, "Hey, you know, what are you doing with those?" And I was like, "Well, you know, I save them, I use them." And he's like, "Oh," it's like, "Say no more." So he would take off and he'd bring me, like, he had his own little, like a little card in the back of his bike, and he'd bring it with like TVs, radios, VCRs and stuff.
Wow.
So he was always like an on-cut, like, you know, just like a heavy stream of like electronic parts. Like now it's a little bit harder. I'll get them from another side artist where he works. But like, and they're kind of doing away with those stores. Like they're old like electronic stores. Like they used to sell like, you know, monitors and stuff like that. There was a few stores out here, and like they kind of started going away. I remember now is like I would kill to get like one of those projectors, like the, you know, like the school projectors.
Yep.
They used to have those like 20, 30 of them, and I always never looked twice like to get one, and like I always remember those. I always remember seeing like those projectors at those shops. But like now I just, whenever I can, I'll get radios or like TVs. But like I said, from another set of artists, he's like the one that usually, like, he's been kind of supplying like all the electronics. So I have maybe like about 3-4 boxes of stuff all over.
So when you're seeing, does a coil or a piece of electronic inspire an idea, or do you create an idea and then look for the match, or is it a little of both?
No, I'm kind of just creating, just making shit up as I go, like, honest, like, to be honest.
Yeah. Right.
Like I'll have like that figure there, like, say for instance, like that Slick, and like he has like his motor and his muffler stuff like on the back bottom part. So like that, I'll usually just like, well, that one, like when I first started out, like, man, like I kind of got to backtrack, because like now, like I'll make those Slicks, because I've made probably, like, with these 3, I've probably made about 7 of them. So now I know what works. But when I first started, I was like, I go to Home Depot, and I talked to that with a few people at Decon, and I was telling them like that, like I'll walk around. My wife, she doesn't like going because it's just like the same thing, just going up and down the same aisle, like, you know, like, oh, maybe I missed something, and it's like, so I'll usually go, and sometimes I kind of feel like they'll follow me, because I'm like, I'll spend maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours, like just back like every aisle.
We have a fun life hack, by the way. If you go to Home Depot, go check out the bathrooms. You might see some Ezra Brown art in there.
That's Lowe's, right? That's Lowe's.
Oh, either way, whatever. There's some at a Home Depot somewhere.
Don't waste your time at Home Depot when you can go to Lowe's bathroom. All right.
I'm amazed by how this little guy stands up.
Yeah.
Like how is that standing? I guess. Maybe he's braced to the barrel.
The barrel.
Wow.
So you made 7 of these, the Sligs?
So up to date, yes.
I thought it was a 1-on-1. That's crazy. So
no, what?
I have to get one.
Well, they're all kind of different. Like these 3 that I have now, like those are like the latest ones that I've had, and I love doing those, because I like doing that. I like that game so much. So
it just reminds me of childhood, Oddworld, and you know, that's one of those things that just, oh, you're going to get mine.
Yeah.
But I love this piece. That, and then the Doom.
Wow. So flashback up real quick to the drones, because
that's my favorite guy.
This is a good opportunity to kind of segue here. So you've got a big show coming up. We're going to bring on a special guest here that, has something to do with this show. Just a second. But let's see the actual drone character for a minute, if you can find one. Talk to us about where this character came from, and then maybe how this transitioned into this big show. And then we're going to bring on Michelle from Ghost Fox Toys, who is obviously a big part of the show that you're putting on here.
Yes, sir. So that's, and I don't even know how it came about, but I call him the drone blank.
Mm-hmm.
How old is it? How old is it?
Probably about like over 10 years, maybe.
Wow.
Over 10 years. I don't know like the exact date, but like again, like that's once I stopped buying monies, I kind of knew like the shapes that I like, and like doing with the foil, I'm just like, I could start creating those. And these, I don't know, because I kind of like the big, like on illustrations or kind of toys too, like the big head with like the smaller bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The simple shapes.
Yeah. So, and this one here, I don't know what it was, but it was it kind of influenced a lot, but like it was a piece that Brent Peters made. It kind of Skelvex, I think. But it's kind of has like, like if you know Brent Peters' work, like his stuff is like very like expressive, and like the poses, and he had kind of a figure that it was kind of like that. It has like a skull mask, and then it has like this weird oblong like body with like kind of like a bulbous bottom, like his butt, and then like the the little feet. So I kind of like that idea. I like the top heavy, the head, and like the smaller body, and that's how just kind of playing. And I started, and I kind of like that shape, and that's what became like all like kind of the base with all the characters that I had.
Now fast forward 10 years, and now you've got this huge show that you're going to be putting on with Ghost Fox Toys Gallery. We're going to bring Michelle in here in just a second. We want to talk about all of this because I mean,
can you bring up that list again? Bring up the list of all those artists.
Yeah, I was going to say this is an insane list. It includes
huge
3/4 of DT4, which is insane. So let me bring in Michelle from Ghost Fox Toys. You guys know Ghost Fox Toys, previous guests on DT4, and talented artists in their own right. Welcome, Michelle. How are you?
Hey.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Hey, Michelle. I was taking odds to see if your hair matched the flyer, and it does. It's perfect.
Perfect. So I don't know, Nervous or Michelle. I don't know who wants to take this, but someone tell us, between the two of you, can determine who he wants to tell us. How did this insane, massive show come together?
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I guess NERVISWR3K hit us up to be in the show, which is pretty cool because prior, I don't think we've ever worked together, like, or maybe even been in some of the same shows, maybe a couple overlap. And yeah, we were down. We had seen your work for years. We knew you had ties to El Paso, where we live. So we thought it was pretty cool. And then I saw that you're still looking for like a location. You weren't quite sure where. And I just threw our hat in there. I was like, hey, if you can't find somewhere, we'd love to host you. I know we're pretty new. We're like almost a year already in. And like I said, since we have that El Paso ties, I think it'd be like a really cool homecoming, and just I don't know. We were ready to like take on such a big show.
Your list of an artist that you got is unbelievably cool.
What's the total? What's the total of that? How many of there?
That was 80.
Wow.
80 that I had done, and I kind of knew that a few were going to drop out. So even if that did happen, we still had a whole bunch of people. But honestly, it was going to be like about 20 people. And I'm like, hell no, like I'm not busy enough, or I'm not, let's add 10 more, and then 10 more, and it's 10 more, and then like and it was just like it got a little bit out of hand. And I think the last thing that I did was the open call.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, and it's a diverse list, which I think is the, you know, you see a lot of shows, and you see a lot of the same names, but sometimes it's not as diverse in range of different types of artists, different types of styles. And I'm blown away by this list personally. I mean, I think a lot of people would look at this and go, "Whoa, holy crap!" So I mean, again, this all came together, kind of 10 at a time, open call. Now you've got the list together. How long did it take? Like, how much prep? How many months has this been in the works to now where it's about to become fruition until next week?
It was the prep and all that stuff. I did it in about a week.
Wow. You're a machine.
Yeah, that's a lot of casting. That is a lot of casting.
Well, the casting was done in a couple days, I think. No, actually about a week. The planning and all that stuff, it was maybe probably like another week and a half. And this was in the middle of decon too, like prepping for decon. I'm like, fuck it, I need to do a show.
Yeah. I mean, why not throw a little more on the plate?
Let's do it.
So that was a whole week. So it was me and my wife. She was sanding and helping me fill in and casting. But I'd spend like a whole week just casting, like 83 to be exact.
So now, how long have the artists that are doing these drones? How long had they had them in their possession? How much lead time did they have to kind of get together for this show?
I'm thinking
about a week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Another 3 days.
They're all acting like they've had it for about a week. Everybody's
right.
kind of, and I'm the same way. I shouldn't talk shit, but I think they probably had a little bit more than 2 months, about 3 months, maybe 4.
Yeah, it was a good amount of time. It was really helpful because of the holidays and stuff. That was good.
And it's a big undertaking. I mean, when you have that many names, you kind of need to allow that much time because there's going to be some that trickle in, and there's going to be some that you're waiting on. I mean, that's just the process when you put together a show for let alone 80 artists. That's insane.
Look, he hasn't even started his yet. He's got his right there.
He'll have it for you by tonight.
What the hell?
Yeah.
No, this is the other one that I have. I just like the shape. It's solid. I love the simple shapes. Like you said, the bigger head. It's just there's a lot of different things that you can do with this figure, and from the sneak peeks that we've seen, which I can share again.
I sent a bunch of pictures over, so we should have them in a group.
While they're in the DT4 IG. Rock sent them into our IG.
And insane, like you can't even tell it's a drone for one, and two, just unbelievable sculpting on these figures. It's insane.
Well, they're pulling up some examples of what you're going to be able to see in this amazing show. Michelle, tell us, the dates, how this is going to all go down, how people can buy these pieces. Talk to us about kind of all of that.
Yeah, totally. So these next couple days is going to be fun and wild, making almost 80 listings.
Yeah.
Getting the gallery up and running, put up everything. So this Saturday is the show. We're super excited. We've had some sketchy weather today and tomorrow, but it's supposed to clear up Friday, and Saturday is supposed to get warmer and warmer. In person, it's going to be at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. I know not a lot of people are privy to Mountain Time, so that's 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Central Time. So the sales will be first hour in person only. Okay. So people in the gallery will have first dibs to buy something. People have been known to get mules for our shows. Me and Gino personally do not mule for anyone. It's just to keep it fair. Yeah. But somehow people find people that, they know. I guess maybe they check our socials and who are their friends? Who can I get?
Who lives close?
What artists live there? Yeah. And then online sales will be an hour later. So 6 p.m. Mountain Time. The website will go live, whatever's left. And and that's usually when things get crazy.
And what is that website? Can we give that out so people maybe type it in the chat so people can look for that?
Yes, it's ghostfoxtoys.com.
Ghost Fox.
And there's nothing on the website right now. We took it completely down because we had to do a redo. And so like the day, probably Friday, the site will be back up, but you won't see any listings probably till Saturday. You'll see them, but they won't be able to be purchased.
Now, how long does the gallery show run? For a couple of weeks or rest of the month? Or how does it work?
Usually, yeah, we leave it up about 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then to leave a week to change out when we're gonna have the next show. So we have a show planned in February. We're not sure on the date yet, so it's a little more flexible. It's not like such a strict turnaround time.
So I'm
But
assuming
we do want to get
I'm assuming like many gallery shows, I've gone to Chris RWK's show at Rotofuji and a few others, and the pieces, even if you buy it online, it'll still be available to see in the gallery for a few weeks. So if you physically buy a piece, you won't get it probably until after the show, correct? Like
it won't be right away, but it won't be as long as it normally is. Like I said, you might get it a week sooner than normally, but we do usually get those emails like a week or two in, like, where's my piece? And I'm like, it's in the description. It's coming to you soon. Show's still going, but yeah. So expect.
And I like when you guys do that, because then it gives everybody a chance to let their piece be seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do like that, the way you do that.
So I mean, this is very exciting. First off, congratulations, Nervous. Huge undertaking.
Oh,
Massive,
thank you.
a massive, impressive list of artists that you got in your show. Michelle, kudos to you guys for collabing and doing this amazing show. I think people are going to be blown away. So I know E, have you found some of these pictures yet? Or
yes, I'm going to open them in a separate tab.
Okay,
so I'm working on it.
We'll give E another moment. Michelle, what? First off, Happy New Year to you, Michelle.
Happy New Year.
Are thrilled to have you back on DT4 again. If ever there's an event of this nature, you guys are always welcome. You know that. Okay. So here we go. So Nervous, if you want to talk about some of these pieces as E shows them off, who the artist is, anything you know. Obviously, we know who this is.
This is TJP, and it's based off of his character. Sat. I don't remember what his name. The name Sat
Cartoon.
Sat Cartoon. It kind of resembles like that, his work, and I was just like, man, I'm blown away by like double casts and like trickery and stuff like that with resin, and these are just like how they're filled with liquid.
Yeah, there's liquid inside. It's crazy.
It's vodka, actually. It's vodka.
And the colors, man, the colors are pretty sick. And this is Nemo. Obviously, he's an old OG. He's been around since I started, like even before, and I think he worked for toy companies, like doing like prototype sculpts and stuff like that. From what I talk to him, every now and then, but I hung out with him. He goes, his name is Mike Mendez. He goes by Nemo, and he's crazy. He's very talented too, like amazing sculptor. And I like this one that he didn't really do a lot of sculpting, but it's more like kind of kit bashing. And this is Playful Gorilla.
Yeah, Playful's dope.
I like that he actually did sculpting. Like it was all sculpting. I was like, that guy can sculpt, and it's like we don't see a whole lot of it from him. I mean, he could do everything, and that's another one from Mike Mendez, Nemo. That's actually a drone from the first drone show that we did.
Gotcha.
That was in 2018. So that's a sketch.
Yeah, our sketch.
Never heard of that guy.
Mm-hmm. Who's that? Who's that?
And he was vouched by Rock Inc. to let him in.
I know I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you tarnish your name. Nah, not really. He's real good dude. Quick turnaround. Nothing bad to say. I mean, he was like all about it. He was very eager, so that's always humbling.
So I talked to him about that hat, and the hat has fabric like a real hat. Like he put
that's crazy.
All on there.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's a real hat. Like
I was digging the kicks personally.
Yeah, the shoes are dope.
Look at this little hamburger dude.
And this is Very nice guy. Under our knives. You okay?
Do you have? You keep saying everyone's nice. Do you have any assholes on the show?
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in it. He knows.
I'm just curious because you always are like they're all nice. And where's the jerks? No, I'm kidding.
This one.
Well,
I don't know what he's charging for it, but
Yeah,
this is something I wouldn't mind having a collection.
bro, this one, man,
The
and
paint
this
job on it is crazy
this is
too.
before the paint. Yeah.
this guy's he
nice.
goes by well, when I met him through like fingerboarding. So, but then he also has like an art page, and he does a lot of art and like sculpt and just kind of talking. Like he kind of knew like all the Sofubi people. You know, was like, oh, you know this guy, and I'm like shit, like yeah. And then he was just like, we kind of had that common interest and just kind of meeting and then kind of seeing his work, and it was like you know, I offered to invite him to be in it, and he's like, yeah, I've never tried it, but I'll do it. And
Michelle, that piece is awful. You should put it off to the side and ship it to Illinois. My address. I'll take it.
I never tried it. Let me just
Take it
go
off
ahead.
your hands.
Who's the artist for this?
that is League of Bones.
League of
Yeah.
Bones. There it is. Okay.
Crazy.
The
Crazy.
texture he did, even just on the head and the face, is just insane.
Yeah.
And then you have all the other stuff, but just that texture is just
The textures, that's what gets me. And like on the on the belly, and you know, the armor that he has on there, like even just that weapon is like, dude, like he I was blown away by that one. And you know,
Wow.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
and this is Carlyle Workman. Carlyle Workman. Yeah, CARLYLE Workman Art.
Yeah. the
And
bigs.
that guy, he you know, he does he drew some cool illustrations. He like kind of a couple of my figures, he just drew them, and he's like, you know, he sent me a picture of them, and I'm like, wow, like that was pretty cool. Like, you know, following his work, and then he like actually took the time to draw some of my figures, and just kind of kept in touch like through that. And you know, once I did this one, I'm like, you know, it was like I wanted to invite him and to see what he would do. And a lot of them, they haven't sculpted, or they only do like illustration, and you know, like they kind of step out of their comfort zone and try. But you know, another cool little creation. And this one is Resin Rookie.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
The colors on this one are insane.
Hmm. And I like what he did with this one, because he actually did a 3D sculpt, a whole 3D sculpt of it. So it's like the same. It's kind of like the same, the drone, but it's a little bit more chibi. It's you know, it's got the little stubby legs in the back, but you know, he asked if he could you know, do a 3D sculpt of it, but that he was gonna tweak it. And I mean, well, I mean, if you guys know his work, he does a lot of like double cast and crazy stuff. So
when I saw this piece, I was like, it's either cutesy or it's disturbing. I can't figure it out. Like,
I mean,
that good. No, he's so good at that. Like, he can
yeah.
the double cast is just insane.
Yeah, he's.
Oh jeez.
And this is
cute.
This is cutesy.
So cute.
that one's so cute. That's actually Fed Up.
Oh
I know you guys know him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so he was a late entry to the show. I think after at Decon was when I asked him. I don't know why I kind of spaced and hitting him up. But yeah, you know, I was happy I did. He turned in a pretty fucking disturbing little character.
This is how I looked after we got home from Decon. Like my lack of sleep. This is me.
That was me before Decon. That was me getting ready for Decon.
Oh my god. I love this one.
And this is I am Bits. I am BITS. I don't know a whole lot about him, but he's very creative, and like he does stuff like you know, from what like I found out after. But he was actually vouched by Sket One to if he could be in the show, to give him a shot. And you know, so I was like, why not, man?
This is crazy.
Definitely proved himself. Wow.
Yeah, he sure did. And I mean, I really don't. It's very technical. It kind of
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's different. I like when people like the hinge is really dope.
mm-hmm. And that's kind of what this one here is he actually is shoot because I have his Instagram, but he poor AI. In case you forgot me is his
Oh,
Instagram.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's why I forgot his name.
Yeah, see?
But yeah, it's in case you forgot me, and then his art name that he was gonna use for that is poor AI.
Poor AI.
And yeah, and he does heavy like graffiti stuff, and like for him to like take like his work, he's kind of does like these weird like tankers, like kind of like
Mhm.
military vehicles. Yeah, so he kind of then to put the electronics and stuff out. I dig that.
Yeah, it changes colors, doesn't it?
Well, he has I think like 5 of them.
Oh, okay,
Wow.
that's okay. Got you.
Yeah, so or 3. I'm not sure, Michelle, if you know how many he had, but
No, I don't know that yet. I haven't done. Gino's been handling all the packages coming in because I started a full-time job this week.
Oh,
poor Gino.
wow.
Poor
Yeah.
Gino.
So I'm gonna get on my days off or off time before I go in. I'm gonna continue doing all the like entry of the
Oh my
website and
gosh.
stuff
Okay.
like that.
You go, girl.
But
Yeah.
and this is
JFO? JFO?
J it's not JFO, right? It's JFO.
JFO.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
It's just so good. Just so good.
who
There's
can
little
say? I mean,
people in the head of that big one. It's hard to see from this picture, but
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Mhm.
There's like little people in like
And
a
all the lights
cockpit.
work. The lights work.
yeah,
They're like,
it goes mounted on a base too, I think.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And I like the little spotlights that he did. There's also
Yeah,
little
the mini
drones
ones,
too.
yep.
Yeah.
This one's so cute.
Yeah, so this one here is a chromatic space junk on
Yes.
Instagram.
Wow.
And I met her at I did out here they have it's kind of like they did like a toy swap meet, and I got invited by some guy that I had just met. So they invited me if I wanted to set up my table and sell some toys and stuff like that. And they were across directly from me. So, and it was like, she does a lot of it's, Pascas.
The artist
Yeah,
is actually in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Brianna,
Yeah.
you killed it.
Brianna Smith says that's me.
There you go. So hi, so we're just looking at your piece, but yeah, like a lot of illustration, like from what I see, and it's like, it's like one of the first cute ones that I saw actually from this show.
There's
Like
JFO too.
Yeah, I got a lot of the artists in the room. TJP.
This one.
And
I
this
saw this-
is Valley Dweller.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this is before the paint.
Wow. This
That's
one
crazy.
painted afterwards is even more, it's like beautiful. Like
It's just
I
it's a
did-
good example of
I
what
love this
people-
raw piece too, though, just like this, even.
Just like that. He's underrated for sure, Valley Dweller. He does a lot of cool like textures and like his little characters kind of he does like some of like these bird characters, but they look kind of like they're carved out of stone.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he's very good, customizer too. And this one, Big C,
Yeah.
that guy, he's he was out there at Decon, and that guy gave me a hard. He likes to give people a hard time.
It's the best kind of person right there. I like.
Yeah, he's real good. And actually, Nemo was the one that told me like, hey, like, why didn't you should invite Big C. And like, he's kind of been putting in work, and again, it was like one of those like, like I was just like tunnel vision, like, I didn't even know like who else to invite, kind of just scrolling through people and stuff like that. And then yeah, I hit him up, and same thing. He was just like, I'll do it. Just send me the figure. And I like that he used that. He sculpted that whole little nest and like the egg coming out of his figure. like the figure coming out of his egg. Yeah. So, and
This
one is.
Oh my god.
This one's crazy. I have a thing for like teeth.
Tooth fairy. Those
So
are teeth, y'all.
Yep. And the little scepter too. That little scepter is just insane.
B, that needs to be in your collection.
Yeah.
So that's
I was
PJ
like, oh
Halloween.
I can't tell if I love it or hate it. It's so like, as a dental hygienist, I'm like, look at all those teeth.
I think she sculpted all those by hand, each one.
That's amazing.
Fun. And that's PJ Hallowell, I believe.
Crazy.
So
that's crazy.
All of their kids' teeth.
Yeah.
Just,
I would be so nervous shipping all of these. That's what I would be nervous about.
They're deep.
Does this one light up?
No, I believe it's like kind of like color or like it's glow in the dark or like night vision. But this is Rick Strohmeyer.
Yeah.
Rick Strohmeyer?
Yeah. And he's actually El Paso local or native.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
But yeah, from I talked to him. He's also been around for a long time, and he actually moved to Minnesota. He's in Minnesota now somewhere. But yeah, he's his stuff. He actually asked me if I could cast him one with, the half head.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, sure, I'll try it.
There's our guy.
And then this is Grimly. He's you guys pretty familiar with him.
Oh yeah.
I'm still learning about him. Actually, I'm still learning.
I heard of him through the creatives since Another Side Artist. I was like, so I kind of go through even since the first one, and then like the second one, and then like the third one. That's when I met a lot of, because a lot of these people, new people like that are in the community and kind of networking together, they don't really know. Like I'm very bad at like everybody that used to buy from me, like they don't really buy no more. Like it's only like a few, maybe 5 customers that are like from the past.
Yeah.
From way back. Yeah. So and it's like a lot of new people, a lot of new collectors.
Oh, geez.
And so I was like, oh man,
this is nuts too.
And this is Killer Napkins. That guy's he's
Killer Napkins.
Yeah, that guy he's a beast. He's those arms are crazy.
Yeah.
And, I don't know who this guy is.
Let's just move on. Like seeing all these others, let's just go to the next.
No, I love this eyeball.
So it's who it is, right? My favorite show is all those characters. Mike Wazowski and Sully is my favorite character.
Yeah.
Is that who it is? It is.
Yeah,
it is.
So my daughter was here visiting too, and she's like, "Yeah, let's use this eyeball and put the eyeball on there." I'm like, "That's let's make it a monster still," and that's how he came out.
He's trying to show that the smirk looks like the clam.
Same. I love it. That wasn't the clam that I had. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, but I went the other way. I'm like, we're gonna keep this so it's a drone, like it's a drone figure, so that's where I went with it. So
even like that with the horns, it looks real clean.
Yeah,
the paint job on it's really pretty. That green is a good green.
And this one is a boy in the corner.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy,
it looks so real. It looks like painted the way he did the paint and stuff. It looks so real.
Yeah, he could paint. He paints real good, and he's like he treats it as a craft, like the work. Like if you look through all his stuff, and he doesn't really get the recognition too, like that he really deserves to. Like, and he kind of stays low key. Like he's very, and I could be wrong, but it's just from what I see. But like very reserved and just kind of, with his head down doing work and his family life and all that stuff. But yeah, like he's been around for a while too, and I like the paint job that he did and the little antenna and stuff, and the base kind of ties it all in.
Yeah. Speaking
and
of,
these are only just a few. Sorry. Of
I'm surprised I knew everybody's name.
You'll be able to see the rest of them Saturday, right? Those will all be listed.
Yeah, that's just a tease. That's a tease.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of recognition, I think the other thing that we should say really quick is that Another Sad Artist did the design for the poster, and he did an amazing job. That poster is so cool.
Yeah, it is, and just I still want to do it justice, and I am eventually gonna get like some concert posters like printed out.
Yeah,
that would be really
that's what
cool.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
I would definitely love to buy one.
And just with time and all that stuff, it kind of got away from me, and here we are now, and I was just like, man, like, don't want to get too much into it, but yeah, like that poster, like he really went all out, and it was just, oh man, I was blown away by it. So shout out to Another Sad Artist.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a hell of a show. Michelle, we don't want to keep you too long here, but any final words? I mean, I know you got a lot of work to do. So we want to make sure that you have plenty of time to get the show together by Saturday. What would you like to say before we let you at it here?
Well, first I want to say that we will have a piece in the show too that Gino sculpted, and I am also I'm doing the artist thing. I'm still working on it. I'm almost done. It's just been so busy. I have the concept sketch for you.
Make sure you get it in the mail on time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I always love the colors that you use for your pieces.
Cool.
It's drying, and I just need to add a little details, and then we'll post it. So we're excited for that. But besides that, we just want to say thank you to Nervous Wreck for trusting us with the show. Thank you to all the artists. You're killing it, and everything's been looking amazing, and everyone just get ready to see all the pieces, and if you can help keep sharing the flyers, your favorite pieces, share them. You could always tag us. We'll reshare it. This is like a really final push till Saturday. Our town's a little weird with like in-person shows. We're gonna try and get as many people out there as we can. But the love always comes through online.
Yeah.
So I hope to see if anyone comes down specifically for the show. That would be amazing.
I was gonna say it's crazy because we're in Texas, but somehow it's still like 8, 9 something hours away. So we wanted to be there.
Well, Michelle, so people, if they are in the area or they want to make the trip, where are you guys located? And then give the website one more time, please.
Okay, cool. We're in downtown El Paso. We're at 222 Texas Avenue, Suite E. You'll see it's a big window. You'll see the gallery. The website is ghostfoxtoys.com. Again, there's nothing on it right now. You'll see it'll say coming soon. It'll have the date of the show. So keep an eye either late Friday or early Saturday. You'll be able to see everything that we have, pending if I'm missing anyone's information and I'm still trying to like contact people like, what's your info? Send it to me. But
I'm sending it, I promise.
Most of that stuff will be up, so you could take a look beforehand and see if you're gonna try and go for one piece or just try and go for multiple pieces. So it should be fun. We're looking forward to it. And thank you all for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. And thank you for putting together an incredibly dope show with Nervous Wreck. He's one of our faves, so it's amazing. So are you guys.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you for offering to do the show and hosting it. And you guys have been doing a good job. Michelle and Gino.
Thank you.
So guys, check it out. Ghost Fox Toys. If you're in the area, go check out the gallery. Show starts this Saturday. And about an hour after the show, you guys can go online and start buying these pieces. So stay tuned. Watch their IG handles too, Nervous Wreck and Ghost Fox Toys, is where we're going to be able to find out a lot of this information. And if you spotted something in one of those amazing little teases that we showed you, or that there's, 50 some artists behind those teases that we showed you, go check it out. You won't be sorry. So Michelle, we'll let you go. You got a lot of work to do. We love you. Anytime you're got another show and you want to come back, you're always welcome. Thank you so much.
And congrats on the new job.
Thank you. I know I gotta go to sleep. Get up early.
Happy New Year to you. We wish
Bye,
you the
Michelle.
best.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.
Wow, nervous. You got a hell of a show here, buddy. This is going to be insane. You excited? You excited?
I am stressed more than anything. Excited. I get excited like seeing like all the pieces. Like right now, it's like quite a few. So, but then it just kind of kicks back to like stressed out. Like I wish I could do more and like to go help them. Like being so far and like the earliest that I could get out there is like Friday.
Yeah. Look
But
they know they've done gallery shows. They know what they're getting into here. So I'm sure they're not even worrying about that. But it's a testament to you that you've been in it. You've been in the game for a long time. You've got this amazing platform with these drones that have been around for 10 years. And now you've got, this incredible show of people that you've known for years, that you have just recently met, that have been referred to you, and this network just continues to grow and grow and grow. And that's a testament to you, buddy. So congrats. It's going to be an amazing show.
Thank you. And
I
for the
think
support,
this is the most diverse show for sure.
Yeah.
Like so many different people.
Hell of a way to start off 2025. That's for sure. Yeah. Before we let you go, because we're getting a little long in the tooth here in this episode, but we want to learn a little bit more about you. We wanted to spend a lot of time on the drone show because it is such an incredible high-profile show with so many diverse artists. But you ain't getting out of here without a couple of the DT4 kind of staple questions. We got to learn a little bit about the human behind the artist. So first and foremost, tell us, just let's take it way, way back. You kind of gave us a little bit of like the connectivity of how you got to create these toys, but were you always a creative kid? Did you start this in high school? Like when did the journey all begin?
I think as far as I can remember, I think like I don't know, maybe like 4th, 5th grade, I would see my brother's drawings he would bring home from school, and I'm like, I didn't know. I thought that he created them, but I don't know what it was. But yeah, just kind of seeing like that, and then always liking music, and music. You see the the covers and all this stuff. Like when you used to go to like Sam Goody or like all these old record shops, like back when I was a kid.
Rock and I remember Sam Goody.
Yep.
So
yeah, you could spend hours and like, man, this like you could get a feel of an album like by just seeing the cover and like what it is, and then a lot of times you'd be disappointed, but what the hell. Wow. And so just kind of that, and then always into like creating, and like always drawn to like that type of stuff, like the drawings, and like the thing that I was like mostly like obsessed about like early on was like TNC Surf Company or something. I don't know if you guys remember it, but it had like this guy with like a tiki mask, and there were like cartoon drawings, and then it had another guy that looked like Elvis and a gorilla, and I wouldn't see him often. You just
described what we all look like, DT4.
Oh my god.
T-shirts coming soon.
Yeah, exactly. Tiki mask, Elvis, a gorilla. You got us all.
I want 5%.
Yeah, whatever, man. That's fine.
No problem.
We'll let you create it.
So
how about colors? What are like a few of your favorite color schemes? Is there a staple? Is there something that's your favorite go-to? You just love them all?
The go-to is like the green.
Okay.
Like the green is the one that I use the most. And I like how with the dry brushing, how it like the highlights kind of take to like the rough textures that I make. Yeah. And so I like that. I like the green, and then adding like yellow. I like orange and gray and white. Purple's also nice, but it's very like in pictures you can't really do it justice. Like it just looks very monotone. But like an actual piece like painted like purple, it looks real nice and like very like the highlights pop real good. But I think mainly like green and maybe like a turquoise.
Yeah, like this piece right here. The kind of, I noticed you use a lot of that kind of blue.
Yeah, like that one. I like using that one. Anything really, I try to find. I still color schemes from like football teams and basketball teams.
Nice. You have a lot of inspiration from pop culture. You've mentioned that a lot of references from the real world that kind of give you inspiration, which is kind of neat. You mentioned you mentioned Sam Goody, so we got to talk about music. When you're going through your creative process, if you're sculpting, molding, creating, are you sitting there listening to music? Do you have a TV on, watching streaming services? What does your process look like? Or are you just kind of focused? I mean, everyone's a little different.
Mainly music, but lately TV. But like when I'm really like making stuff, I can't watch something, so I'll watch the same shit over and over.
Yeah,
like stuff that I already know.
Yeah.
So I don't have to look back. I'll just hear it.
Like DT4, you watch DT4 over and over, probably.
Sure. Yeah. I have.
Yeah,
I've seen those. I like watching like the old Toy Break shows.
Oh yeah.
Like those, kind of nostalgic about those. But like movies, I had to tone it back, like on like conspiracy documentaries and shit. Like they just get too paranoid.
What is that Nervous Wreck playlist looking like? What kind of music do you gravitate toward?
It's all over the place. I like instrumental music. I like underground hip hop. Like I love a lot of hip hop. Like I grew up like with the 90s hip hop, like all the old New York boom bap stuff. Never really was into like gangster rap, or like I'm very anti pop music. Like it's like nails on chalkboard to me. Like I don't really like it. So I like more like the underground stuff. I like Modest Mouse a lot.
Nice.
I like LP. I like a lot of hip hop. I like LP. I like instrumental music. My kids kind of put me onto a lot of stuff. Parquet Courts, another sad artist, put me onto them, and so I like them. They've got a few good albums, but so yeah, like Gavin, like he'll tell me stuff. My other younger son, he likes a lot of like weird like Japanese producers and stuff. So like I'll listen to that, but like mainly it's like all the same stuff. Like for me, like 90s hip hop, instrumental. I like the old, like house, like progressive, like 90s progressive, like rave music, stuff like that.
Hey, shout out to another sad artist. The apple didn't fall too far there, by the way. Talented kid you got there.
That kid. Oh
We're
man,
he's the show. We're getting
I'm so proud of him. You guys are gonna have him soon.
Oh hell yeah!
I hope so.
I keep telling him, and I think it kind of gets him annoyed. Like, hey, have you talked to them? But he's always So he tries not to. So, but yeah, I'm like, man, you better get on. You better take advantage. And I tell him, but yeah, I'm very proud of him. Like, he's so he doesn't like to take credit, and it's kind of the same, for me. Like,
I was gonna say, where does he get that from?
I don't think he's real sad either. I don't think he's sad. I think he's damn good, actually.
He is amazing. He's just I mean, and it's hard because like for me it's like, oh, like, well, you told him to tell me that, or you told him to invite me. Like I don't want to put him on the spot too much, but I'm very proud of him. Like extremely proud.
Speaking of another sad artist, I picked that bad boy up at Decon. And look, he's smart too. He only puts mustard on a hot dog.
That looks like relish, but okay.
Yeah, he knows.
And that's crazy because
even like not to no disrespect, but we knew about another sad artist before we knew about Nervous Wreck.
That's so true, actually.
And then Nervous Wreck, when he messaged us, he was like, "Oh, my son does art. Another sad artist." And we're like, "What? We've been showing off his cards and like stuff in our shows on Whatnot." So it's
Tucci, I think, was the one that told me about that a ways back, and I was like blown away. I was like, "Oh, that's dope." So yeah, it all came full circle. So now it needs to come full circle again, and we need to get another sad artist on.
So
I wish.
before we get too deep, though, we're gonna do this giveaway.
Yeah.
Nurse Rex said he has a giveaway, but we have to let people get in there and enter. So
Yeah, let's do it.
What's our tag gonna be?
Drone?
we'll let Nervous Wreck pick the
Nervous
tagline.
Wreck.
What's the tag gonna be for people to enter? One word.
You have to type a word in the
Well,
chat.
I personally think it should be drone show, but that's me.
Or drone.
Let's just do drone. Let's keep it simple.
Drone. All right.
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
gonna set up the giveaway.
The wheel. So if I could show what the couple giveaways that I got, it's gonna be a two piece.
Oh, Michelle pulled his 1-1.
So it's gonna be
I'm entering.
drone,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna
Rock
do this
enter
little
last
guy
week. I'm
here.
entering this time.
Look
Oh,
at that
dude, I gotta have that.
giveaway.
I'm gonna buy that if I don't win it. I need
Right.
that.
That's insane.
So we have one entry. Okay, there we go.
Ooh,
There we go. It's
Jessica's
collecting.
gonna be at the show.
So this is a one-off. This is a sculpted one-off piece, not resin.
By the way, Designer Toy Forum is me.
Oh my god.
That's
And thank you guys for being here and hanging out in the chat with us. And if there's any questions y'all have, after you type the word drone and submit that, if there's any questions, last minute questions you have for Nervous, we'd love to, get any last minute questions.
Faux
Ooh.
show.
This one. So it's a little starter collection.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I like
All
it.
of that?
So we're gonna
Yeah.
do one
how-
giveaway for
so
3
who
items. Is that what we're
wins?
gonna do?
how are we gonna split that up? I mean, I'm just.
No, it's going to
I'm just-
Ditto.
I know.
Yeah, I'm getting it. It's fine.
No, I didn't. Let me see. Seriously, let me go ahead and do this.
So get in the giveaway,
I'll
guys.
give you guys each a crisp high five after I
Oh,
win.
thanks.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Ditto.
You're welcome.
So how many people do we have missing in the giveaway? What do we got? What's the
It's
difference?
like
Ditto?
21 entries as of right now, 35 people in the room. So if you're not entering, enter. It's
Let me make
Hashtag
sure I'm not in
drone.
drone.
Hashtag
Yeah,
drone.
it. Yeah, because
Nervous,
I'm-
thank you again for doing the giveaways. We always try to do that if people want to, because what we're hoping for is when they do receive their giveaway, they blast you out on social media and show off your piece.
And then show off your piece and then go, I have to have another one and then commission you. That's what
Correct.
we really hope.
Oh, no, I really appreciate you guys, and no problem at all. Actually, had a sale for a piece from. I guess they watch your Whatnots, Ditto.
Okay.
And then they
Love that.
always ask. They're always asking about that piece that you have.
That's right. I always have it right in my background.
Mm-hmm. So they actually hit me up, and they didn't buy something similar. They bought another one, like the little creature with the mushrooms.
Yeah.
That's what
I can tell you on a Friday, I probably on average, since I've been showing that off, I probably get 6 people that'll go, what's that little blue figure back there? And I'm like, oh, this is Nervous Wreck. And I show it off and they're like, run it. I'm like, I'm not running this. This is mine. Get out of here. You get your own. Go hit up Nervous Wreck. So I'm glad to hear that. No, that makes me happy to hear that somebody hit you up from one of my shows.
Yes,
I would love to have you do a few of those little mushroom guys, like in smaller little versions of the little mushroom guy, because he is my favorite.
That little mushroom guy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Those are they've been like some of the hardest ones to sell.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if it's I don't know why. Like, I mean, all the ones that I've made, I think I've made maybe like 10 of them, and I've probably sold maybe about 4.
Well, I'm definitely
Probably maybe half, and the rest I've given away to like family or like friends.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Nervous Wreck to see what he does on. He's going to be in my February show.
Yes.
And that's a
Yes.
little piece, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do on it. It's pushing him outside of his comfort zone.
Yeah, I'm still don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
I can't
I
wait.
just stare at it, and when's the show? The 4th?
The 4th.
Yeah, so it's a day before my birthday. It's
Hey.
so yeah,
Right.
so I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do, because that's coming fast. It's
It
what,
is.
three
It
weeks.
is. Yep, it's a quick
Just
one.
send it in blank and say it's in his birthday suit.
Did
That's
you
right.
show up
There
on
you go.
shit?
I didn't want it. All right, so we got 25 entries.
All All right, we're going to give you just a few more seconds to enter. Guys, there's 40 people in here. If you're just coming in, Nervous Wreck is putting up an incredible giveaway package. #drone. You see it right there on the screen. That's what you need to type in this chat right now to get entered. So if you
Jay Rowdy, Gator Boy, get in there.
Yep.
#drone.
#drone. Just type it in the chat. That's all you got to do, and you will automatically be entered. That means there's like 13 people who are shunning the giveaway. What's wrong with y'all?
I feel like some people may be watching it like delayed.
Yeah.
Or on their TV. TV maybe.
Yeah. And that's okay. But we appreciate it nevertheless. I'm in. Thank you, fellas, and B, you got it. So Nervous, while we're kind of getting ready to give this giveaway, we'll kind of start to wind things down a little bit. Tell us anything on your mind, anything you want to talk. First, tell us what you got coming up beyond your massive drone show, which is great in 25 that you know of. And then if there's any other like parting messages, words of wisdom, anything inspirational you want to tell us.
As far as anything after the drone show is, this is I think this is like the last big thing that I have, like, for me.
Okay.
I'm like, decon took it out of me. It drained me. It took, I mean, everything that I had, I like put in for like that show.
Sure.
So like once I did that, and then then it was like, okay, so a stretch, a short stretch from here to the drone show. So after decon, I haven't done much. I've just tried to like push my stuff and like sell it on Whatnot and Instagram Live. And so after this, I've just gotta kind of regroup again. I haven't even really like planned like 2025 or what goals and stuff like that. So
hey, look, you had back-to-back pretty big things, so that's understandable. What about maybe a little downtime is never a bad thing. What about if somebody wants to hit you up for a commission? Are those open, or will they be open at some time in the near future?
That's always open, and that's always, I'll always make time for that, for commissions. Actually, right now I was finishing. I still got a bunch of commissions, so once this show is done after next week, I'm gonna come back and just knock out a few outstanding pieces that I had. A piece had to be returned to me because it broke. So it broke during shipping. So I gotta, I gotta get on that, and then a few other commissions, and then that diorama piece that I had done for decon. I actually did sell that one, and that one sold to
congrats.
That guy came in clutch. It was like,
I did not think you were going to sell that.
Didn't Frankie buy one of your pieces?
Yeah, he did. They bought it was actually like an inner child. Yes. But then it had like a huge like gray cloud like hovering right over him.
And I thought that was like a prop piece for all your shows.
Yeah, I was gonna say that didn't sound right. I didn't think you were gonna sell that. Like I thought it was for your PC, like your personal collection.
Oh no! Everything that I had was for sale, and
that hoodie's honestly, for sale. If he could sell that hoodie right now, he put it up.
I'll buy it. I'll buy the shit out of that hoodie.
Incredible. Oh
and
my God.
That one I did do it. It started as just for myself. Like I really want to make like a stop motion or like a story.
That would be awesome.
But instead of being like a stop motion movie, it would be kind of like a storybook. Like each page has a different diorama.
I got to repeat something I said in one of my shows. I'm sorry. I got to repeat something I said in one of my shows recently. Nervous, you were in a recent show, and I shouted this out. I think we were running some Pop Mart pieces or something. And I'm telling you, man, whoever the person is, if anyone in this world who is in here has a connection to whoever is a higher up at Pop Mart, get this man Nervous Wreck his own blind box series, because he's every bit as good as those Hirono blind boxes. These pieces are insane. I'm not even kidding. This guy needs to have a mass network of like these little figures in all different kinds of scenarios. In like a Pop Mart blind box or something. I'm telling you.
Damn, that means a lot.
Telling you. I'm not even messing around, dude. It's serious.
Jay,
Thank
type
you,
in
thank you.
hashtag drone.
Yeah, guys,
Hashtag drone. Tap it in.
if you're just coming in the room, hashtag drone is up there for a reason. Hashtag Bob Marley, get out of here, bro. Nervous Wreck is giving away. You want to show those pieces one more time, Nervous, just so people can see what they're getting a chance to win?
And I was gonna show you guys the diorama. I was packaging it up, but my bonehead fucking knocked it over, and I threw everything, just fell over.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
So I had her-
So many little. Oh man.
It's all right. Do you have Geico?
that
That little gecko, the little gecko guy would fit perfect in there.
in there, right? Yeah, so I was gonna show it to you guys, but I knocked it, and it's so like any little bump just knocks everything over.
Just
I don't know if you guys could see it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the three
there they are.
pieces that I have. It's a little pill drone. This is a resin pill drone, and then
G Marie won one of those in the Christmas night box. You put one of those in, and she said she.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. And then this little inner child.
Love that.
And then a resin drone.
Nice.
OG.
This is from my own personal collection.
Yo, these things are solid. You can if you get mad at somebody, you can just
toss it, chunk it out their head.
This
You
is a
could
weapon.
toss it. And this one, when I made it, it was so hard to balance it. Like, and it was actually just trying to balance it with this one. And this one, you could see it took a beating. It's all broken already. This is the original one.
Wow.
But like trying to get it to where it kind of leans back a little bit. So just kind of going back and forth with the, on the tail, and just to where it kind of looks. It's then like, and it was all just sculpting it, and it was just learning, and it's just, I went through like 2 gallons of like resin to get these drones done.
Gosh.
Crazy.
Wow.
All right. Well, I think we've given.
Yeah,
you-
let's run it here. Here we go, guys. Last call. 10 seconds to get in. Hashtag drone in the chat. If you haven't typed it in, hurry. Get those little fingers working. All right.
Do it.
1.
Lego.
All
Good luck,
right.
yo.
Am I winning? Did I win? Am I a winner?
No.
And then Nervous, you did have a question in the chat if you were going to be at the show any of the days.
Abby Johnson.
Abby Johnson.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Abby, you're going to need to do a couple of things here. One, make sure you're following DT4_live on IG, and DM us on that handle, DT4_live, and let us know that you were the winner of the drone giveaway from Mr. Nervous Wreck, and we will make arrangements to
Or
make
just-
sure he gets it out.
Just DM Nervous Rex.
You do that too, but we also want to make sure that you're following us.
Excellent. What was the question that?
Yes. So they just were curious if you were going to be present at the show at Ghost Fox this weekend.
Oh, I am gonna be there.
Oh, it's League of Bones' wife. That's
The opening.
that's
Yeah, I'm gonna be there Saturday, which is the opening. And then I'm still there, a few days after, but yeah, the opening for sure I am gonna be there. I get there Friday night. That's kind of like the downside, but I will be there for the opening.
Nice.
And maybe even hoping for the closing. I mean, if it goes well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't thank them enough, because they offered Ghost Fox Toys. They just like, well, we'll host it.
Yeah.
And I had just seen them. I never really met them or talked to her or Gino. And then it was just like that it was in El Paso. It was a little bit more. Oh, then why not?
Well, I appreciate the invite. I know EMB do as well. Thank
Of
you
course.
again for inviting me and being involved with us in different projects and stuff.
Of course.
I'm excited.
Of course. Thank you guys, man. That's the support, like not a whole lot of people are kind of pushing, the community, exposing, artists and stuff. They kind of usually it's just like little cliques that kind of stick together and don't really, look outside their bubble.
That's our mission. So I'm glad you're seeing that. We appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And that's kind of what I try to do with the drone show too. It's like, like a lot of OG, like there's this one guy, Pocket Wookie, like he was, probably about 17 years, like before I was doing it, like, so I like gave him the chance. He was not, and he wasn't even doing toys anymore. He's like, I don't do that shit no more. Or, even Betso doesn't want to do, figures anymore. But he's like, for this, like, I'll do it. So, a lot of
nice.
I mean, more the reason, guys, if you go check out that show, some of these people that are doing one-offs, that have maybe been retired from doing this or won't keep doing it regularly, you can have a piece of that art that's historical on your shelf. So go check this show out starting Saturday at Ghost Fox Toys Gallery and ghostfoxtoys.com. Nervous? I know you're burned out and you need a little break or whatever, but do you have any plans on going to that of 5 Points, Collected Con, Decon this year, or is that in the plans, or are you not sure?
I think Decon. I love doing it by myself. This is the first year that I did it like by myself, without on somebody else's dime, or for anybody else other than my stuff. So it was just me and my son. And that was I like that. Yeah. So hopefully, again this year, I am gonna shoot to like probably do that. Like, it's one of my favorite conventions. Like, Decon.
Really cool.
I did New York Comic Con a couple times, and that was like it was insane, man. Like, I would not do that shit again.
It's a whole different beast. It's a whole different.
It is. It's a tier above kind of animal. It's a lot different. Well, guys, look at first off, from all of us who been going to Decon for a few years now. Now it's in his backyard. Me and B, who went for our first time, we can tell you, make plans this year to go to Decon in Vegas. It's in mid-November. The dates are already out. It is an experience. It's worth it. If you love art, you love artists, you love what you've seen today and on other episodes of DT4, it's all going to be there. And please do me a personal favor and make sure you go check out, if you and Sad Artist are going to be there together again, go swing by and check out their booth.
Thank you, guys.
Amazed. Honestly, amazed. It's worth it. It's just, we stood there, me and Ian B stopped by and stood there and talked to you, but I think our jaws were dropped and we were staring and looking and asking, can we pick that up? And I mean, it was really fun. And it was one of my favorite experiences from Decon, was hanging out with you and watching, getting to see some of your incredible work. So
thank you. It was one of mine too, especially knocking down Eric's drink.
Hey, I was about to say we were right next door to the bar.
He deserved it. Oh, he deserved it.
It was all good. Yeah. You were in a good spot too. It had a lot of open like traffic area for you, so that was a great booth spot too.
It was great. And then like next to, it was like right next to the, it was you guys know them. It's the Mighty Giants. So it was like a lot of talented people just coming in and out with like everybody who they knew. It was like, Woz was there, like, he was DJing and he was hanging out there. He had some work. So he would bring, all the traffic that he would bring, they were like, it would kind of bleed over to our side, and just that big opening, the little bar, booth mates, neighbors. My wife helped me out a lot. Another Sad Artist was, very helpful. It was his first convention, and, it's kind of got to get him out of his shell still a little more, and because he doesn't really push his work a whole lot. I think he just does it just to do it. He's not trying to gain nothing out of it, but I'm like I tell him, like, dude, like, you really gotta.
Yeah, he's got a bright future for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Nervous, people can follow you on IG at the same way you have it spelled right here on the screen, right? Nervous Rec with the backwards 3, is that correct?
With the backwards.
Or, I mean, the 3 is
the regular.
The regular 3.
Regular 3 backwards E.
I can't even talk. I'm dumb.
I got confused there.
No, I can. That was me. I did that. I'm good at that.
No, yeah,
remember, Rock told me I'm nervous. I stumble over my words, your words. It's fine. look, Nervous, you are a humble, talented, incredibly kind, and just amazing human being. We love you. Forget the art for a minute. You just are a dope human. So, and we love that. So, thank you so much for taking time. I know this is a busy time for you, preparing for this massive of a show, and for you to come on and kind of really allow us to do the preview show for it.
For sure, yeah.
Means a lot to us. So thank you.
Yeah.
For that.
Means a lot to me too, man. Ditto, thank you. Eric.
It's gonna be a huge success. We know you're gonna kill it. So can't wait.
Thank you.
Nervous, we'll look for all of this greatness coming up starting Saturday at Ghost Fox Toys Gallery and ghostfoxtoys.com. If you're in the area, please go check him out and go meet Nervous in person. And if you don't get the opportunity to go this weekend, still go online and go buy some of those amazing pieces. Support the art, support the artists, and support Nervous Wreck. And guys, look for him at DCon. Go see him. You won't be sorry. We love you, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Happy New Year. Man, he's awesome.
I'm excited.
He's such a nice guy.
You want one of these? You want this?
I want that.
Yeah.
On a more serious note here for a second, if there's any of our family, friends in the California area, massive prayers and thoughts to you guys right now as y'all are kind of dealing with ugly fires and a really bad, sad situation there. So I know there's a lot of artist community in the LA area. And like our good friend Mo is like 20 miles away from all this chaos.
Gio's close to there too. I checked on him today. He said so far so good, but yeah, it's scary out there, guys. So
so we're thinking about you guys, and just wanted to send positive vibes y'all's way. So
stay safe if you're out in the California area. That's great point, B. All right, well, we wrap this up, guys. Another great giveaway too. Thank you to Nervous Wreck for his generous time and that amazing giveaway package. I'm jealous. I thought I was going to win.
Oh, I forgot to tell him he's supposed to send us each a gift. But
yeah. Get on that, would you? Let's just quickly go around and tell what we got coming up. I know, Rock, you got a lot coming up, so why don't we start with you?
I have, we have another, speaking of custom shows, we have another one coming up, a short turnaround. I actually have two big ones. The Trexie one, which we're doing that show to promote series 1 that's getting ready to drop. So we're getting everybody excited about their new figure. That's February 4th on Whatnot. It's going to be a blind box, so you won't know what artist you get. And then March 29th, the date just got confirmed, at Cohoy Toys, about 30 to 40 artists are going to be on display with my Bolt figure. So Bolt figures will be sending out the list. My tentative list had to go to them to get approved. They have to approve the artist before, make sure it goes with their theme of their store, which it's fine. So once I get those names back, I will invite everybody, and it's going to be the 29th of March. It's going to be in their store for about 3.5 weeks. So I'm excited. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Now, obviously, you guys can look for Rocking Toys making his triumphant return to Whatnot as of this past week. He'll be back on most Tuesdays, all Tuesdays.
Yep, pretty much. Okay. Now, it's going to change a little bit in 2025. I'm not going to do just a ton of blind boxes. It's going to be more my stuff, other artists' stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
nice. And then, of course, look for Rock's piece in this week's Ghost Fox Toys Gallery and Nervous Wreck drone show.
Go get it.
Go get it. Yeah. How about you guys, EB? I know you guys, obviously, if you want to show off the drone figure one more time, that would be dope. We'd love to see that.
We have our, we have
already boxed up.
No, actually, it's right here. But we have, we got the Trexie show coming up. Both of us are going to be working on that now that we're done with the drone show. Yep. Our normal Saturday show as usual, and then here's Kyle. You can't really see it with the lighting right now, but
now, where did you get the name Kyle? Is that a meaning?
I just randomly named things because I like it. I think the artist piece itself name is going to be Splat because he dropped his ice cream. So he's standing in a puddle of, and he's very sad. You can't really tell by the lighting, but he has like his lip is out and he's very unamused. So
hey, even unicorns have a bad day.
Yep. So that's Kyle, but it'll probably be titled Splat. And E has really worked amazingly on this piece. So it will be overnighted. Luckily, we live in Texas, although it is 9 hours away. So
looks like a Kyle.
See, I said it looks like Kyle.
I say you keep it Kyle now. You got to keep it Kyle now.
Punk vibes, you know. So so that's Kyle. But yeah, so we're gonna get it there. We're getting it there, and just mad props to my husband for killing that sculpt. And
yeah, we had a many mess ups where his legs broke off. We had to resculpt, and then his tail fell off.
Our pet heads are falling off.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong with this piece, but we are very proud of it, and it's really cool to kind of have our first like joint piece. So that's awesome.
Technically, second joint piece, but that's okay. You guys did a DT4 wall together.
Yeah, we did do a DT4 wall together, but this is like our first, I guess, like sculpt with paint and all the things.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. What about you, Ditto? What do you got cranking?
I got a lot in the works. Not a lot that I can divulge here. I do. You're gonna see a little bit more creativity and art out of me this year. I've got a piece coming up in a show that I will divulge later. I've got something that is going to be released on Friday on my show. I know usually this is the place where we break news, but you're going to have to come to Friday's show and see what it is. All I'm going to tell you is 101, and that's all you need to know. But you'll learn on Friday. So come out to my show on Friday, find out what 101 means, and I think you guys are all going to love it. Otherwise, just my Friday shows. That's really all I got going right now. Life is a little crazy with work, but otherwise, that's it.
Awesome. And I did hear you say that you were going to be changing your name.
I do have a rebrand coming. Working on the logo. I thought I'd have it maybe for this week. Probably not quite yet, but by mid-January.
You going to go explanation point or comma or?
I'm losing the pop.
Thank
I'm not
God.
in Funko anymore. I'm not in
Thank
Funko.
gosh.
So, but there's you'll see. It's a new logo, new brand, new year, new Ditto.
Same cow?
The cow is always going to be there.
Just got to make sure.
Yeah. He's sitting there judging at all times. So that's it. That's all I got.
Cool. Well, lots of stuff coming up. It's gonna be a crazy year. It's a crazy good year actually. So,
Soft pissed off still
on a Chicago news release that today they opened up the vendors for Collected Con.
Yes, they did.
So anybody interested in going to Chicago?
I think it's only right now returning vendors, Rock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So.
So if you were a vendor last year and you're interested in returning, that is open for Collected Con.
Cool. I saw that on Instagram. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I think this is probably a good place to leave it. We're at the hour-and-a-half mark. We had another dope show. We don't quite have exactly what's happening on the next show yet. We've got some stuff coming up in the works, though. So stay tuned. That just means follow us on DT4_live on IG. We're almost at the 500 followers, I believe, on IG4 on our IG. So if you get us to 500, we'll maybe do a giveaway or something.
Yeah, we can do that.
Maybe.
No, we'll do that. Let's do that.
All right, I got pissed off dogs. I'm gonna hit it. Rock, get us out of here.
Everybody, be safe, stay happy, and gosh darn it, guys, be nice to each other. And we'll see you on the next one.
Later.
Good night, everybody. Peace.